Hi, I'm Penn from thecreativepenn.com, and this is a short excerpt from an interview I did with Dean Wesley Smith, who's written over 90 novels and is a wealth of information on the publishing industry. You can listen to the full interview on the Creative Penn podcast, available at iTunes and also on the blog thecreativepenn.com. Well, you're now doing the series on the sort of new world of publishing. That's your sort of counter series, isn't it? Which is kind of maybe a more positive spin. So where's that heading?
Well, actually, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of going along with it because this world that we're in right now is like a speeding truck and with no brakes. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it's going. I don't think anybody who claims they know has any basis to stand on. The new announcements that are coming out almost every day, are changing everything continuously.
Maybe you can explain what that said about a way that new writers can get their books to publishers.
Oh, trying to get me more hate mail, huh? Basically, what I'm suggesting is for any writer who isn't doing a contract already with a publisher, or doesn't have a series going. You wouldn't want to do it with those books at all. Or, a frontlist book, which is basically a big name author giving the publisher their next book. You wouldn't want to do it with that at all. But anybody who is submitting a book on speculation, who's finished the book, why not go ahead and do a print on demand, an actual paper copy of the book? I'm not talking about electronic books. You do that also. But do a print on demand copy, which is very cheap these days, and then go ahead and use that as part of your submission package to editors in New York, not agents, editors. So you would send basically a cover letter, a copy of your book, and like a 2 or 3 page synopsis of the book, and that would be your submission package. And that's the idea that's in that post of why wouldn't this work? And there's some people that have come back privately and online that have said, well, I've been doing that, and it's working. And so I'm not finding any holes in the idea. Now,
you've got this great post on the magic bakery, as you describe it, for fiction authors making money. Maybe you could explain that, because a lot of people have this myth of the poor writer.
Oh, no. Writers make an enormous amount of money. The only people in publishing who are on the Forbes list every year are writers. People don't realize that. One of the things that the magic bakery is just imagine each time you write a short story or a novel, you've created a pie, and that pie can be sliced into as many thousands of parts and pieces as you want. And what's magic about it is often because of copyright. This is all copy. You have to understand copyright to understand how this really works underneath. But you can often take a piece out, sell it to somebody, and the piece will magically reappear in your pie, and you can sell it again, and then you can sell it again. And so, it's great fun that you have this product that will, if you're smart and don't give it away or sign it away, that will make you money and your heirs money 70 years past your end of your life. So your kids and grandkids and everything else will be making money off this one piece of work. Right now, I have stories up that I wrote in 1987 and 86. Well, who'd have thought that 3 or 4 hours that I spent in 1986 would be making me money in 2010 regularly? See, that's the magic pie. Once I've created it, it's just will continue. And you can sell off the rights like all the novel rights, and then in 8 or 9 years you get a reversion and suddenly they reappear back in your pie. And you can sell thousands of different gaming rights and magazine rights and audio rights, and as thin as you can think of to slice it, and a lot of that stuff just keeps coming right back and reappears. And so your pie is never depleted unless you're silly enough to sell all rights. If you do that, then your pie goes out the door. But, otherwise, if you don't do that, it's just magic. It just keeps making you money forever.
And you clearly have a lot of pies with all your books. And so can I just ask, how fast do you write a novel now?
Well, I'm a moderately slow typist. Frighteningly enough, I never really learned how to type very well. So I'm this, kind of thing, sometimes 2 or 3 fingers, but I'm mostly a finger typist, one at a time, and I'm always looking at the keyboard, and then looking at the screen, and then looking at the keyboard. So I'm not very fast. I probably write what most people do if I'm going, between 500 and 750 words an hour. And the key is that I have a better work ethic than most people. And so does Nora, and so does all the other people, you know, Patterson and everybody else who's very prolific. We have a better work ethic. We just work longer hours. We don't type faster, and we also don't spend much time rewriting. We just write longer hours and then write the next thing and then write the next thing. So being prolific is not a matter of typing fast. It's just a matter of spending more time at it. But if you counted, for example, in August, I just did a big book that I was hired to do as a ghostwriter. And it was 120,000 words, and I did it in about 20 days. But I was pretty much day and night at it. I mean, I was up in the morning working on it, up in the evening working until 4 or 5, and then I sleep till noon. So, you know, it seems like a tough life, but that's what I do. But I spent an enormous number of hours at it at 500 and 750 words an hour. But I did it in about 20 days. Most people would think that outrageously fast. I just spent the hours.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. Okay, well, thank you ever so much for your time. So where can people find you and your many books online?
Well, actually, most of my books are under pen names at the moment, although you can still find a lot of the media books and a lot of my short stories and stuff, and all the blogs and everything at deanwesleysmith.com.